What's up, guys? So I mentioned a donor truck, I think in another video, maybe not. 1990 C2500 motor and trans, no title, truck's been wrecked. I think the guy that has it like bought it at an auction or something. But now we're gonna get it and we are going to strip it for what it's worth, get everything good off of it, try to part out what we don't need, and then make sure we've got everything that we could possibly use, down to hose clamps, radiator. Hopefully the hoses match up and like the distance from radiator to motor is pretty similar and we'll be good there. We won't have to purchase all that stuff because it can really nickel and dime you on a budget project that we got going on. So yeah, let's drive this puppy home and we'll do a little test too. We'll test on it a little bit, drive it the way we'll drive it with the car, you know what I mean? By far has to be the most awful thing I have ever driven home. There's nothing good about this. This is awful. And like 18 felonies. Good thing we're in Mexico. Didn't want to miss an opportunity to brag about this goof off. All I'm going to do is take this little cap right here. You know, we're fixing up this truck. So we'll have to get a little bit more goof off. But this right here is just incredible how well it takes off all that smudge. So anytime you've had a vehicle sitting for a while, you're restoring, you can't go wrong with just a cap of goop off on a dirty rag. It'll take care of it. No problem. Glad I could share that with you guys. Use it on your own project. Well, behind me is the ugly donor truck. It's a rig for sure, but it runs good. We've got good oil pressure. Not too bad. Not too bad. Good oil pressure. Maintain good temp on the way home. Yeah, this is why she's nothing but a donor truck. Frames bent as all get out. I kind of got ripped off by the guy. I was in a rush to get out of there before dark. In the photos, had a super nice receiver hitch, had a good back glass, which I had sold, had a good windshield, which I had sold. Don't be that guy. I got there and was like, man, we kind of had a mutual agreement. I wasn't going to negotiate because, you know, that's how that works. I'm pretty easy to deal with like that. But then this crap, you say, oh, I forgot to tell you that. I don't know how you forgot to tell me that, but you, whatever. Goes around, comes around. So we've got our donor truck though. That's all I care about. Hopefully we can get it in the rig here soon, sooner than later. It does have a 4L80 trans. I've already got that traded, so that's nice. Yeah, other than that, I'm, gonna get to wrenching on it. So as of now, guy's really just going through and getting anything that he might need. Starting with, I guess, the easy stuff. This little junction block right here, or distribution block, whatever you choose to call it, is pretty helpful. So definitely gonna rob that. I don't think there's really too much electrical stuff I'm gonna get off of this. I thought about getting like the headlight pigtails, but I don't know. That may be more of a headache than it's worth, but you can never go wrong having extra parts. This isn't something I've messed with in a while as far as a older engine. Not that this is that old, but I become a big LS guy, stocked up on a bunch of LS parts, and it probably wouldn't hurt for me to, we should disconnect the battery. It wouldn't hurt for me to disconnect the battery, I know that. But it wouldn't hurt for me to stock up on some of this random stuff that's just, you know, we'll nickel and dime you. So we're definitely gonna do that. Yeah, got the fan shroud out, got the little intake off. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that, but out of this, I definitely get coolant reservoirs, whichever one I want to use, I guess. I got a good battery, so that's good. I didn't check the AC. It's obviously not gonna work now that we unhook that, but I'm not really worried about having AC in the car. It's a hot rod. I'll probably just downsize that belt and get that AC compressor off of there. But I wonder what that was supposed to be. What goes right there? Not really too sure on that one. Grabbing the last bit of salvageable stuff. Added a film guy to the crew. He's really here to keep me up at night, hand me tools, and then also make sure he gets all of the stuff that I won't ever use but will fill up the junk drawers. We've just about stripped this thing of everything. I've got a pocket full of fuses.
Pockets ain't empty, cuz.
I've got every nut and bolt I could ever use on a GM truck. So we're stocked up there. I think we've just about got everything for the Ventura. That should be good to come out. Try to keep that. We tried to keep it together. I like to include, if I'm selling a rear end and I have the drive shaft, I like to include it because I bought one without it before and it's an absolute nightmare if the U-joint happens to be different. I'll just try to make sure I put all the pin needles back in there. And then we'll throw that puppy back on there, throw some tape around it. And then these, also if you're buying a used rear end, honestly, I probably wouldn't even buy one if I had to deal with trying to find these. So we're gonna put them back in for the next guy. Hopefully somebody buys it. If not, we'll use it on a project later. It'll be good to have. We've gotten everything we could possibly get off of it. Ah, that's not true. There's definitely more parts, but for now, I think we're good. We've just got a massive, absolute disaster in the shop. So we're gonna clean that up, and then now we can begin rebuild, install the fun stuff that gets us one day closer, one step closer to burnouts in the Ventura. Thanks for watching.
But wait! There's more!
Out, Bobby. All right, we have scrapped truck, and I wanted to keep you guys in the loop, so we'll see how much we've got. 20, 40, 60, 75, 6, 7, 8, 9, 79 whole dollars to put towards the Ventura. That's a win considering we got everything we needed off of it. We did pull the rear end off, we got the wheels, so some of that'll bring some extra money, we'll be good to go.